know no better, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him. Yeah, more action and no talk, I went quiet on him. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him.
I don't be with me so basic. Boy, you the op and your bros hating. All of them fake, I see both faces. Scared of the whip, it's a ghost racing. I knock them down to their cold cases. Marathon run, I'ma slow pace it. They did not want me to go places. Foil plans like the gold place. And if we pulling up with the whole squad, are you ready? Done told y'all that you better be running. I'm in my go yard when I walk in.
And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me.
I don't want pulse, I get wild nonsense. We got momentum, don't try to stop it. Diamonds are clearer than my conscience. I don't let bygones be bygones. That's when I'm honest. Penthouse building, reach heaven's heights. Nah, that's what you call a God complex.
Remember the days I was down low when it was out cold, but I went out and got it. Look at my milestones, man, it feel like the Dow Jones when you look at my pocket.
Look at the flex, yeah. Whipping the Teslas. I'm a mess, but it's all a finesse. Boy, you stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, young.
Hey, I don't know no better, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him. Yeah, more action and no talk, I went quiet on him. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him.
Really? Yeah, we did a lot for the wins. Came in and dropped on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. I had to tighten the plan. Yeah, I got it right in the end. Now we on top once again. I don't want it if it ain't love. If it ain't, get it away from me. Who you gon' jack if it ain't us? LABB to the bakery. Some mad that I came up. I know my granny gon' pray for me. It was just us in the vacancy. We had to get it from A to B. Wheels never felt like this. 2 seats in the hills, how I feel righteous. Blue sheets for the mills, but the deal priceless. New keys can't kill what's built private. I might just double it up. Did it. Got it right in the end. Now we on top. Got a spot and it's locked to the click all in. I got ops. If he drop, I just hit my dance. I was pop, they just watched. Had to take my wins. They wouldn't let me in. I've been on 10 cents. Who really holding it down? I've been holding it down and I go it again and again. I'm doing 30 on 30 and up. You in the what? You in the way. Either you rolling or rolling the dust. You with it, so what? Keep it running. We did a lot for the wins. Came in and drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. I had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on top once again. We did a lot for the wins. Came in and drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. I had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on 10.
they don't know my name. I get through the pain, taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains, I get through the pain, taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. They say fall and you let go, but I know I got an antidote to retain some kind of self-control. Look inside my head through a telescope. You erase all the calls from a telephone. No sense of smile, maybe tell a joke. Holding back your tears, singing minimal syllables. Yeah.
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you to MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Jones now on 1st and 10. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Ed Oliver, that time, the one to get in there and bring him down. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly, meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them? They were on him in a hurry.
Gotta hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Jones eluding the pressure right. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. That was Jordan Poyer, the safety, in for the sack.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's got some space here. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Intercepted by
that right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, the turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. And he's able to find Diggs. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. With Singletary, and that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
They'll look to run with Singletary. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And did he break the plane? Yes, he did. Touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Bills have taken the early lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up, never even got to it.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Jones, open receiver. That's Caden Smith, the tight end. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score Bills 7, Giants 0.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 38-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Jones. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. Now Jones. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The sack there by Trent Murphy.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. Going up top. He's got it at the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Evan Ingram, 52 yards. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
7. Set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
Giants.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
A free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Buffalo.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Play action. Now it's Allen. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Cole Beasley, the intended target. And it's 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On play action, Allen. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Intercepted.
That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
On the tackle.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7.
At the 36-yard line.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 49-yard line.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Tre'Davious White, the LSU man, there to knock it away that time.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on fourth down? Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. And we got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now he's forced out left. He's going to take off with it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
To throw again on second down. Allen looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Allen. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the Bills are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up 1st and goal. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Allen on target there to Stephon Diggs. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand new ball game. The extra point splits the uprights, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and Roberts choosing not to bring this one out. The Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The third quarter starts with a run by Singletary. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On first down, they stick with Singletary. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here's a carry for a former starter. This is T.J. Yeldon. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
When Leonard Williams was picked in the 2015 NFL Draft, I compared him to Merlin Olsen, and I got a lot of grief about it. Did you just see that play there? Did you see how he made that move? He made that tackle? That was Merlin Olsen-esque.
Yeah, I just perked up when you said Merlin Olsen.
Yeah, a lot of people said, hey, that's too much, too far, and maybe it is early, but I think this guy has a chance of fulfilling that.
The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down. They do go for it. Here's Allen. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They go back to the ground now with Yeldon. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
On the play. First down, Bills.
Here's Singletary. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Xavier McKinney on the tackle. A gain of 2. brings up 2nd and 8 at the Giants' 38-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 8. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 yards there and a first down. The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On second down, Singletary, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They lost 4 there, and it's third down.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it, and he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
Throwing is Allen on third. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Singletary, they'll run for it. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal. Singletary, and they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got it second and goal as they look to grab a late lead. On second down now. Singletary, and they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. They'll try and run. Here's Singletary. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
Fourth down and goal.
And no movement for the field goal unit to break this tie. They're going to go for this thing. 4th and goal. Here we go. They go for it on 4th and goal, but that lines up incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Giants defense able to come up with a goal line stand. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. It's a gain of 34.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Throwing on 1st down. Jones. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. In a tie game, 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And his guy.
Hey yo, yeah. Nike check. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All them on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. They're like, hold up, wait a minute, like don't make sense, don't really get it. I'm steady getting to the chicken, I take your finger, lick a chicken. I mean, I'm getting to the good guap. Keep a rack in my sauce. Diamonds cost me a lot. Nike check up all of my socks. Hey yo, Nike check. T-shirt check. Sneakers check. Socks check. Hoodie check. Shorts. And then I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All them on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. Going up sky high while I'm rocking Air Force. And she just wanna ride, shorty bad and gorgeous. She was rocking stripes, said it's alright. Then I cut her off, shorty stepped on my off-whites. Okay, now wait. Gotta get the bag and racks every day. Don't tell me to relax, I can't, I'ma say. Got a new Prestos and a J's in a way. Got a new British watch, but it don't take time. Might pull up on a hop if it talks too hot. And you wanna play ball, hit a 3-point shot. Well, this my court, got a block on lock. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Bill Stadium in upstate New York. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills.
Pass to kick off for Buffalo.
And we are underway in Buffalo. And they will not get a chance to return.
Well, you the op and your bros hating. All of them fake, I see both faces. Scared of the whip, it's a ghost racing. I knock them down to their cold cases. Marathon run, I'ma slow pace it. They did not want me to go places. Foil plans like the gold place. And if we pulling up with the whole squad, are you ready? Done told y'all that you better be running. I'm in my go yard. When I walk in, I know y'all telling me nothing. I'm the man. Suck it if y'all in denial. I get the chip on them and I bust out the side.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Buffalo Bills. Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And off we go from Seattle. Fielded in the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
It's 2nd and 8.
Throwing is Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
3rd and 2.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Mike 46. Mike 46.
Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Wilson to Lockett there for the Seahawk first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
2nd and 10. It's and he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 42. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
42-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 42-yard line. Wilson will throw again. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, 42 yards. And the Seahawks have taken it. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that was part of their script, because so many teams script their opening possessions, and whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes it's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there, but they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Andre Roberts now to return it. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Off of play action, he'll look to throw. Finding Knox there, complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
And
defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. Had some space to move right away as he's all the way up to the 30. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 30-yard line.
Singletary here running out of the gun. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 25. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
1st down, Buffalo.
Allen off the play fake. Buying time to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Allen. They go with a screen. It's Yeldon. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. 1 quarter down, 8-0 the score.
8. Bills nothing.
From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for him with Yeldon. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1.
1st and goal.
Well, they just watched the other team take the ball downfield and score, so they knew that this drive, this opening drive, was on them. And, boy, that was important to pick up that 1st down there and keep this one going.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. run out of the gun with Singletary. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And his guys now just a 2-point conversion away from tying us up. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Wilson. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. After he cleared the line of scrimmage, nice little hole developed.
Yeah, he got great blocking right there at the start. But how about his vision, finding the open spaces and letting his feet carry him to him?
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Now a run with Singletary. He will push his way down to about the 14.
Devin Singletary.
Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 14-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Oh, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bills have taken the lead. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
To kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 37 yards. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
8 yards on the pickup.
Throwing again on second down. Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown.
They were in a very good position to come up with a go-ahead score there. A really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way. Psychologically, I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
They certainly did, and you're right. At least a 10-point swing, maybe more.
Here's Bass now for the extra point. He knocks it through, and he extends the lead to 21-8.
Bills 21, Seahawks 8. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right,
it's caught inside the 25. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and that'll bring up second down. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. 2nd and 10 now, Wilson. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
A 46-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Taken about 7 yards deep, and Roberts choosing not to bring this one out. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Forced out to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now Allen on 3rd down. Being chased out left. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a 1st down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check 50, check 50. Check. Check hot. No. 36. Slap.
They'll run here with Singletary. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
At the Seahawks' 32-yard line.
Singletary again. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Here's Allen to throw on 3rd down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jamal Adams on the safety blitz. Too fast to handle.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt.
24.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30. Room to run at the 50. Tyler Lockett.
It's saying they pay
and
me.
they're not going to catch him. He's in. Lockett.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead will shrink to 6.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
He hits Beasley right side. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Shaquille Griffin there defensively.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Play action. Now it's Allen. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. Back now in Seattle, Washington, as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Allen to throw once more. Works right side into the hands of the tight end Knox. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
I want to take your role, partner, but up in the 4th quarter and going for it on 4th down and picking it up. How about that?
A big chance. That's why football is not for the faint of heart. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On first down, they stick with Singletary. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Throwing now is Allen. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. The kick by Bass is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
For Seattle.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
Over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. It's caught left side by John Brown. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Touchdown.
John Brown, 29 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Tyler Lockett now with a return. Pass midfield. Still going. And he will score. And that big fourth quarter return, Charles, makes this a 1-score game.
And now it all comes down to philosophy. All right, they just had a big return for a touchdown, so the momentum is high. Do you want to ride that and go for 2? Or do you just go ahead and kick the extra point and come back and rely on your defense?
And the lead is down to 2.
Makes the score Bills 34, Seahawks 32. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Here's the All-Pro returner from 2018, Andre Roberts. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
Bills take over first and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. The first play of the drive there is incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown, and that'll bring up second down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain of right around 35 yards on a play that started back inside their 10. On play action, Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter.
On the Seahawks' 47-yard line.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. On the ground, it's Singletary. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go right back to Singletary. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
On 2nd down, Singletary. And he stopped immediately there.
Today's final score, Bills.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills.
And say what you want about Lumen Field here in Seattle, but for my money, this is the loudest and most difficult place to win in the league when you're on the road.